Some of maybe your most embarrassing moments, if there's any you want to share. You don't have to, but
I mean, like one kind of embarrassing moment. This is like so random. I guess a couple ones. Okay, so I was at Miranda Cosgrove's Sweet 16 birthday party, and Sara Bareilles was performing at her party. I will forever be jealous of that because that is just the coolest thing ever. She's one of my favorite artists ever.
Wow.
And so I was so excited that Sara was performing, and everyone, you know, the people at Nickelodeon who had organized it were like, you know, you love her. We're going to bring you backstage to like meet her after. And I was like, oh my gosh, so cool. And so I went backstage and I met her, and I was like kind of like nervous, and she didn't do like one of the songs that I really loved, which is a song called Gravity. And I said to her, I was like, oh, like, I'm so surprised like you didn't do Gravity. Like that's one of my favorite songs ever. Yeah. And she was like, oh, you know, I just didn't think it would really like do this venue justice. And I went, Justice, that's my last name. And she goes, yeah. Anyway, it's like,
that's funny. Yeah.
I just made myself look like such a dork in front of
So what was some of your happiest moments that you have had so far?
I mean, I think like the first time I ever did a concert was at the OC Fair when I was
I saw it 17. And it was incredible.
Thanks. Yeah. I up until that point, like I had performed in like, you know, at my middle school, like theater plays, and I'd done stuff, you know, like on TV, but I'd never done like a concert, like a live concert with thousands of people in front of me.
Like 10,000 people or so.
Yeah. And so I think a part of me, I was like, can I do this? Like, I don't really know if I can, but I kind of just dove into the deep end and I was like, okay, we're going for it.
Audience loved it. They were all singing along.
And it was such a magical moment for me. And I think it was really like a moment to myself where I was like, wow, you can really do this. Like you got to believe in yourself more, because I was just really proud of myself. It was like a scary thing to do. And my great grandma was in the audience at the time, who has since passed. My grandma Libby was in her 90s. And the fact that she, you know, my whole family was there, obviously too. You were there. And the fact that she was there to like see like her great granddaughter, like do something so big and so cool. And like, she's an immigrant from Puerto Rico. And like for her to experience that and for my family to see it, just like, man, that's really cool.